Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and happy Scarlet and Violet 151 release day. This is round 3 of the League tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on September 21st, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. League Cup tomorrow, Saturday, September 23rd, starting at 11 a.m. Central, and League Challenge Thursday, September 28th, starting at 6 p.m. Central, both at Die Hard Games. And check out Pokemon's event locator for more premier events at Die Hard Games, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into this game. Round 3, Lost Giratina versus Rotom. Looks like Lost Giratina is going first, starting things off with a flower selecting that Comfey in the active spot. Flower selecting lets you look the top 2 cards of your deck, keep one of them, and send the others to the Lost Zone. And Battle VIP Pass was found. Super odd put into the Lost Zone. Battle VIP Pass, you can only play it on your first turn, but when you do, search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So just set up, go ahead and set up. This Lost Giratina deck, I think we'll search for another Comfey for sure. Then you have your options. Radiant Greninja coming down. More setup being favored here than attackers, which is good. It just depends on what's in hand. There could already be a Giratina V or a way to find one in hand. Or just a dead hand that Radiant Greninja needs to bail you out of. So all good things coming down here. Jet Energy being attached to the benched Comfey, making it be the new active Pokemon. Radiant Greninja discarding a energy with its concealed cards ability and drawing 2 cards, and a second flower selecting being used by the active second Comfey there. Let's look at the top 2 cards. Lost Zone, a Course Experiment, interesting, and keeping the other card. And passing things over to the Rotom player. Lightning Energy gets attached to the active Rotom B. Nest Ball being played to search the deck for a basic Pokemon and add it to the bench. Going back to the Lost Zone player's side, I think there was a Course Experiment already in hand, so Lost Zoning one isn't the end of the world. But anyways, back to the active turn. Galarian Articuno V being found by the Nest Ball here. So let me tell you about this Rotom B strategy. You should be familiar with the Rotom B strategy if you've been watching this channel at all and seeing the Rotom B Star decks being played. But I'm not sure if there's a Rotom B Star in this Rotom V build. But Rotom B has the Scrap Short attack for 2 Lightning Energy. It does 40 plus. Put any number of Pokemon tool cards from the discard pile in the Lost Zone. This attack does 40 more damage for each card you put in the Lost Zone in this way. So the Rotom B's deck strategy is to get a bunch of tools in the discard pile, power up Rotom B, and then take big one-hit knockouts with its Scrap Short attack. The Rotom V Star has a similar attack, but it's plus 80 base instead of plus 40 base. But yeah, this Articuno, Galarian Articuno V, its ability lets you discard 2 cards and draw a card, so that's another way the Rotom V deck can get tools into the discard pile. Alright, so it looks like a couple tools are actually discarded with the Articuno V's ability, and then a card is drawn. We need another Rotom V down. Alright, Serena being played, I think. Let me go back here. Make sure I'm giving you guys accurate information in the Professor's Lab. Yep, Serena being played there. Supporter card. Lets you discard. You have to discard at least 1 card. And I think you can discard up to 5. Man, it's been a while since I played Serena. Especially for the not gusting part of its part of the card. Because it's one of those cards where you could play either one effect or the other. So let's see. Serena here. Choose 1. Discard up to 3 cards from your hand. You must discard at least 1 card. If you do, draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. The second effect you could choose is switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon V with their active Pokemon. Ooh, artist Ken Sugimori. the OG artist there. Didn't know that. Anyways, looks like the first part of Serena is used here, discarding 2 cards from the hand and then drawing up to 5. Good versatile supporter there, especially when V's dominated. Alright, Rotom V then using its instant charge ability. Once during your turn you may draw 3 cards. If you do use this ability, your turn ends. So nothing else to do but draw 3 cards and end the turn. Would have loved to seen another Rotom V come down, but not the end of the world here. Play resumes on the lost side. Radiant Greninja discarding a energy and drawing a couple more cards. Giratina V hitting the bench there. Would love to have seen that turn 1, but not the end of the world. Comfey in the active spot using its flower selecting ability to send a Giratina V to the lost zone and keeping that other card from the top of the deck. Cramorant would be the ideal attacker here to start putting on some pressure, but not before Comfey retreats and second Comfey is promoted. Second flower selecting coming down here, being used here to look the top 2, lost zone a boss's orders and keep the other card. Course Experiment being the supportive return here, so important in these lost decks. Course Experiment lets you draw 5 cards from the top of the deck, lost zone 2 of them, and keep the other 3. So we see the player taking a look at their hand, seeing what resources are in hand to better inform their Course Experiment. Comfey and Nest Ball being sent to the lost zone off of the chorus. Not too bad of decisions there. Cramorant, there it is, hitting the bench. Our ideal attacker for turn. It can attack for free thanks to its Lost Provisions ability, as long as there are 4 or more cards in the lost zone, but no way to retreat that active Comfey. Yep, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, no way to retreat the active Comfey. Can only retreat once per turn, so a switch card or other switching card needed to be used to move that Comfey out of the active spot for the Cramorant to attack, but nope, could not find it. Sometimes you just don't have it. Passes things over to the Rotom V player, who, there we go, evolves into that Rotom V-Star. Rotom V-Star gets second lightning energy attached to it, so it's powered up and ready to go. Now we just need a bunch of cards in our bunch of tool cards in the discard pile. Nest Ball being played to search the deck for a basic Pokemon. Rotom V is found with Nest Ball and put onto the bench. I think there are 2 tool cards in the discard currently, but none needed to be sent to the lost zone to knock out the 70 HP Comfey, thanks to Rotom V-Star's 80 plus base Scrap Pulse attack. Professor's Research being played to discard the hand and draw 7 fresh new cards. Most importantly, more tool cards were sent to the discard pile. Name of the game in this Rotom deck. Oh, come on now, what is that? Toolbox being played here. Alright, let's go ahead and look that one up. This is part of it, being in the professor's lab. We get to do some research, right? That's what we'll say. I can't remember everything, that's why we have a database, right? You can't expect me to remember anything. Anyways, Toolbox. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of tool cards you find there and put them in your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So, very cool way to add tool cards to the hand to then discard. Looks like a single strike scroll was found there off of Toolbox. You can find any number, so as many as you can find in that top 7 can be added to the hand. So at least we hit 1. And then remember that Articuno V can discard stuff with its ability. Second Toolbox coming down. Taking a look at the top 7. Searching for more tools to discard. And a Choice Belt is found. Very good. At least 1 more. So 2 more tools getting added to the hand, and I think we're going to see those 2 hit the discard pile with Articuno V's ability. That ability is called Reconstitute. What an ability name. What a name. Alright. Taking a look at the hand, seeing what's available there. What else can we play during this turn? Nothing else to do but to attack with the Rotom V-Star, taking the KO. Would I like to see more tools get discarded there? Maybe the Rotom V's ability was used and I missed it. I could have forgot, but if not, would have maybe liked to see that get played. But either way, play resumes on Lost Giratina's side, starting things off with Course Experiment, sending Sableye and Jet Energy to the Lost Zone, keeping 3 cards. Giratina V evolves to Giratina V-Star on the bench. The homie is here. Nest Ball being played, the Golden Nest Ball, to search the deck for a Comfey and add it to the bench. You got the double Comfey back online, there to avenge their fallen siblings, cousins, friends, whatever. Alright, so Lost Zone count looks like 8, so that means Mirage Gate is online. And we'd like to see a big one-hit KO on this Rotom V-Star, not before Radiant Greninja discards an energy and draw 2 cards with its ability. Comfey in the active uses its ability, Flower Selecting, to send a card to the Lost Zone from the top of the deck and keep the other card. Second Giratina V hitting the bench. Backup attacker online, or at least in the zone, getting ready to go. Switch cart to switch into the second Comfey and use the second Flower Selecting. Take a look at the top 2, Lost Zone 1, keep the other. Super Rod being played, that allows you to shuffle back into your deck from your discard pile 3 basic energy. 3 basic energy being found there, or Pokemon, but energy in this case. And Mirage Gate coming down, powerful item card. Once you have 7 or more cards in your Lost Zone, you can play Mirage Gate, and that allows you to search your deck for 2 different basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like, and a Psychic Energy and a Grass Energy being accelerated onto that Giratina V-Star there, powering it up. Its Star Requiem attack is an instant KO on the opposing Pokemon, so long as there are 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Can you use that attack? Another energy being attached, Jet Energy, to that Giratina V-Star, allowing it to become the new active Pokemon, and it will use its V-Star power attack, Star Requiem, to take a KO on the opposing Pokemon. Does not matter how much HP the opposing Pokemon has, it just is KO'd. One of the most powerful attacks in the game right now, taking the KO on that opposing Rotom V-Star. Galarian Articuno promoted into the active spot, Tower of Darkness being the stadium played here. That allows you to discard a single strike card, and if you do, you draw 2 cards. So that's exactly what we see happen there. Lightning Energy being attached to the bench Rotom V. Toolbox, third toolbox coming down, looking at the top 7, and adding any number of tool cards you find there to the hand. I imagine we have enough tools. So 4 tools. 4 tools being found and added to the hand. Now that's good, that's step 1. Step 2 is getting them into the discard pile. I imagine we have enough already in there, in the discard pile, to Lost Zone, to take the KO on the opposing Giratina V-Star. Maybe not, but even if we did, the problem is we don't, this Rotom V-Star, is it Rotom V? Let's see. Looks like a Rotom V-Star on the bench. Doesn't have enough energy to attack, and there's no way, aside from Electric Generator, we could see Electric Generator, so I think that's the only way. There's no Dynamotor, Mareep's Dynamotor down, so we'd have to see an Electric Generator to power up that Rotom V-Star to be able to attack this turn. Rotom V-Star is now using its V-Star power ability, Conversion Star. During your turn, you may use this ability to discard any number of cards from your hand, then draw that many cards. So it looks like 7 cards being discarded there from the hand, so that means 7 cards get drawn. And were those all tool cards? They were all tool cards. So powerful. So much synergy going on in this Rotom V-Star deck. So much potential. Alright, so hopefully there's something good in those 7 cards that were drawn. We'd like to see Electric Generator and Way to Retreat. Alright, we are seeing the Galarian Articuno V's ability be used, reconstitute, discard 2 cards, and draw a card. I think there were a couple more tool cards discarded there. You got all the tools in the discard. Backup Rotom V being added to the bench there. Will we see the electric generator and switch card? That would be so powerful to take the return KO on this Giratina V. So much pressure. Instead, Nest Ball being played first. Searching the deck for a basic Pokemon and add it to the bench. No, fail. So either no more basic Pokemon in that deck, or no targets wanting to be chosen there. You can fail the Nest Ball. The deck is private knowledge. You already have your Rotom V and Rotom V Star on bench, so you don't need any more of those, I don't think. And is this just a pass turn? Maybe we see Boss's Orders install something, but not before Choice Belt getting attached to that Rotom V Star on the bench. So will this be the sacrificial Articuno V in the active spot to end the turn? I guess you got Rotom V's ability, but Serena being played, discarding 3 cards, and drawing up to 5. Okay, so hunting for the potential existing electro generator. Not even sure if they play it, but nope, just gonna wrap things up with Rotom V's instant charge ability, draw 3 cards, and the turn with Articuno V in the active spot. And Giratina V Star is just rubbing its hands together. Radiant Greninja on the left uses its ability to discard an energy, draw a couple cards. Concealed cards. We already have the return KO, or the KO on the Articuno V, but we're instead going to see a Jet Energy attached to a Comfey to make it become active, and it will use its Flower Second ability to send a Psychic Energy to the Lost Zone. Keep the other card, it will manually retreat back into that Gira V Star, and ooh, Boss's Orders onto the benched Rotom V Star with a single energy and Choice Belt attached to it. Now it's time for Lost Impact. Giratina's Lost Impact attack has you send 2 energy cards from your side of the field to the Lost Zone, and it does 280 damage. Such a powerful card, this Giratina V Star. Articuno V being promoted to the active spot. Play resumes on the lightning side. Lightning energy attached to Rotom V, and there's the electric generator. I had a feeling it was played, but just a turn too late. Electric generator lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 lightning energy cards you find there from or to your bench lightning Pokemon in any way you like. Drawing the whole deck there to find a single lightning energy, attach it to that Rotom V. Now Rotom V still could take the KO on the opposing Giratina V Star, so long as there's enough tools there. There's a switch. So it's switched Articuno V with Rotom V. Rotom V is now active. Rotom V has that Scrap Short attack, 40 plus the amount of tool cards you put into the Lost Zone, and that is a fat stack of tool cards I see there. Enough tool cards, I won't even count them this time, enough tool cards sent to the Lost Zone to take the KO on the opposing Giratina V Star. Finally, Giratina V promoted to the active spot, instantly evolving into Giratina V Star. Grass energy attached to the active Giratina V Star. Super Rod being played to cycle back in a Psychic and Grass energy into the deck. Mirage Gate being played to accelerate those energy onto the active Giratina V Star. Giratina V Star sending those 2 energy cards to the Lost Zone to activate its Lost Impact attack. 280 damage going on to that 190 HP Rotom V. More than enough to take the KO and the last 2 prizes in the game and the round 3. What a game we had there. What did you guys think of this video and the commentary? Also, did you pull anything cool from 151? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in round 4, the next one, the final round, next time in the Professor's Lab.